Hiya!
Hi everyone.
What's happening, people? How are we? So we're live for Angelic Activations today. What are you all up to? Oh, this is my lovely mother, Claire. Who's not quite in the frame as yet.
Well, it just this site can't be reached. So, have you got any problems with yours?
Refresh it. Mums and technology. Does anyone else's mum have does anyone else have a mum that just doesn't do technology? Let me know in the comments below if you're watching this later on.
Well, why is yours working and mine's not?
Yours is working. Google is on.
It's not funny.
We'll just give it a minute. Right, what are we talking about today, Mum?
Obviously angel messages. So I'm going to ask a question as, has anybody had a message come through from their guardian angel or from the angels this week?
Are we not talking about Deja Vu now?
That might, look, this site can't be reached.
Right, just leave it. If it's not working, don't, just leave it. If it's not working, it's not working. Just keep refreshing it every now and again and see if it is. Are we talking about angel messages? Is that what we're doing?
Yes.
Okay.
I can touch on Deja Vu.
We're so organised, everyone. Like, look at how organised we actually are. Like, there you go.
It's very, very intuitive, this.
Have you had an angel message? Have you had an angel message? Is this what we're saying?
Yeah.
Right, okay. Have you had an angel message? Who thinks that they've had an angel message? Let me know in the comments. Have you had an angel message?
And we'll talk about what those messages might look like if you're not sure.
Angelic messages. Okay, there we go. Hi, Debs. How are you? Leave us a little heart in the comments. Oh, there you are. Hi, Debs, you're our number one fan. I'm just letting you know that. I think you might be my number one fan as well. So,
She's amazing. She's amazing.
And I really appreciate that because, like, I think you're like the top, the top badge person on my page and all that. So appreciate. So thank you. Appreciation for you. Because, yeah, how are you, lovely? I think you've just had a thing with my mum, haven't you? You've had a session.
We had an amazing session learning mediumship and tarot.
Okay. Angel numbers.
Right, okay. Done. So I'm ready. You ready, my darling?
Ish.
Ish.
Right. So what have we got? Okay. Right. So today we're going to talk about angel messages then and all of that good fun stuff.
All things magical.
Yeah, because it never really gets old, does it? And everyone loves to hear about it. And I feel like the more that we focus on something, the more that we're bringing that to life in the lives of others, like as a, as the consciousness of the planet, like the more of us that focus on receiving messages from the angels, the more that we're able to bring that angelic frequency to the planet, because more people are then focusing on that. I hope that makes sense, like from a manifestation point of view. Okay, so first of all, before we get into it then, I just want to say that I've got something really exciting coming up from April the 2nd, which is next Tuesday. I am starting a 6-week live beginner light language activation course. I'm only going to be running it live once. There is going to be a certificate for those that do complete the course as well. There's only, it's not like a big, you've got loads of coursework or anything like that. There's just a little exercise that I want you to do at the end in order to receive your certificate. And the only, amount of time that you need is just a few minutes every day, right? It doesn't even have to be every day. It could be like 5 days a week. It's going to be mega exciting, and I'm going to leave that in the comments below. So if you're feeling drawn to light language, this is another amazing way to really connect with your angels and guides. Like I say, I'm only going to be doing it this way once. There are payment plans available, and I would absolutely love to have you because it's going to be so much fun. Right, what have you got going on?
Okay, so I am Claire, Amy's Angel's mum then, Amy's mum. So I am an angel medium and an angelic Reiki healer. So I'm open to anybody who feels that they would like to book in for a reading, and anyone that feels they would like to book in for an angelic Reiki healing. So I also teach mediumship and tarot. So if anyone is interested in learning the original Rider-Waite tarot, just get in touch with me, because we can do it online and we can do it here in person in the house. So just like, I don't think I've got any events coming up at the moment. We will be offering, we're looking at May now, doing a higher master's level of angelic Reiki attunements. So we'll be putting the date out for that hopefully by next week. So that's coming up. I haven't got any dates at the moment for MBS fairs. Have you, Amy?
No. As soon as we have, we'll let you know about that. But we are going to start doing them again, because you know we do actually quite miss them, to be fair. So we will be out and about a little bit more again later on in the year. Okay, so once again, if you are watching this later on, please let us know in the comments that you've watched, or if you're watching on YouTube, again, let us know in the comments, because it really, really does help more people to actually see these posts when you comment. That's what makes the biggest difference with the algorithm on Facebook and on YouTube, if you comment on other people's stuff. So even if you just put a little heart just to say hi, thank you, that really, really helps. So yeah, and we love to know who's watched as well and who's received from this. So thank you so much in advance for that. Okay, so angel messages then. Yeah, so how do you want to start this then?
Okay, so I'm going to tell you about 2 angel messages that I've received this week. Well, just in the last day or 2, to be honest, because I seem to get them on a daily basis. But it's going to talk a bit about recognising that as well. So the first message was a couple of days ago. Well, actually, it was yesterday. So the night before, I just thought, I feel like I've not had a message for a while. I just talking to my guardian angel, would you just let me know that you're around? Just send me something simple that I understand. So, and I went to bed as normal, with the knowing that at some point, you know, they never let me down, that they'll get in touch. So when I opened my eyes, the first thing in the morning, the next morning, all I could see was 3. The number 3 flashing everywhere. 3. So I said, oh, okay. And this is very physical, like 3s everywhere. So I thought, oh, well, that's amazing, thank you. You know, so I said, oh, that's my guardian angel, absolutely no doubt about it. So my guardian angel does have a fabulous sense of humour. So the guardian angels are all about healing as well. They're by your side and they're all about healing. So one thing that they do like to do is come into your dreams a lot and send you weird dreams. So all the angels will do this, is they'll send you the most bizarre dreams where you try and make sense of it. A lot of it is symbolism, but I realised several years ago that, because I was having a lot of dreams and a lot of messages, that I asked my guardian angel to always put 3 somewhere in the dream, especially when the dream has a message. So I've had so many bizarre dreams, which I may have talked about before, but now when I look back and realise the funny ways that my guardian angel has put 3 in, I realise that she has an amazing sense of humour. So in some of the dreams, I appeared to have 3 arms, 3 eyes. I looked down one day and I literally had 3 toes on each foot.
That is so gross.
It's so gross. Yes, exactly. It's gross. And in the dream, I'm like, ooh, freaked out. I looked in the mirror once and there was 3 me's, and I'm, ooh. In the dream, I'm always freaked out, because this is just beyond. But then I realised, in my dream, I realised also that this is a message. So, and I just think, okay, what is it you're trying to teach me? I've been talking to somebody in a dream, and suddenly 3 of them, there's 2 more stood beside them. Most disconcerting. There's just 3 appears, 3 doors, 3 chairs. There's somewhere in the. So I actually actively now go into a bizarre dream and try and. It's become a game. Find the 3. So yeah, it literally has become the game. Hunt the 3. So this is how my guardian angel speaks to me always, and they tend to give people messages. They repeat them 3 times. 3 seems to be the number. They repeat the messages 3 times, and usually by the 3rd, you're beginning to take notice. So this was one, I was so amazing to hear from my guardian angel yesterday, because I actually felt like I needed her with me all day. So it was fun, and I just thought, thank you, everything's going to be okay now. So previous to that, I think I told you this one, that again, it's usually on waking. So I've just woken up, and I do like to, don't jump out of bed straight away. I sort of lift myself up and put the pillow behind and just see what they want to talk about, or are there any messages, and just have a quick reflection, well, a meditation, I guess, early in the morning, because that's when I know messages are going to come through. So I did that. I literally hauled myself out of bed, and I literally just got, within seconds, angel auras. I woke up with it, angel auras, angel auras. So that's when I pulled myself up into a sitting position and said, oh, what do you mean, angel auras? That's how I speak to them in a Mancunian accent. Like, oh, what's this you're showing me? So angel auras. So this is something that I had to have explained to me. What do you mean? So angel auras are colours of angels. So Amy and I have been talking recently about putting another angel event on. So we've done them in the past.
It's not really an event though, is it? It's more like a workshop. Because someone messaged me last week and said, I want to be part of your angel event. And I was like, no, it's not like, there's not going to be stalls and things like that. So, no. So it's like a workshop that we're gonna put together. Yeah. Yeah,
it'll be a workshop. Who knows? It might turn into an event eventually, because who knows? But
who knows?
But it's going to be a workshop to start off with, and anybody's welcome. So yeah. So we're putting dates out for that, and that's just in the planning stages. But we've done an awful lot of work, as you know, with the angels. So it won't take that long to put one together. So I've been asking them, what do you want to call it? So I just woke up and received the message, angel auras, angel auras. So I thought, okay, explain. So angel auras are the basically the colours that the guardian angels emit. So the reason they emit a colour is they have different rays that they are working with. Different coloured rays. That's why we associate rainbows with angels as well, because of the different colours.
Lovely.
So the angel auras will then be talking about the different colours of the angels and how they make themselves known to us. So, I can put that together easily, but it's the point was how the message comes. It just comes so easily, and how I've learnt to listen over the years, that I could have dismissed it and thought, oh, that's a bit odd. But I know that this means something, without a doubt it means, so especially since they did actually say it 3 times. So it's like, this is what we're doing, this is what you're doing, tell Amy this is what we're doing. So
angel auras.
Angel auras.
Okay.
So maybe that's what the workshop's called, but they're talking about the different rays that they work from. And it's not just the archangels, it's all angels work with different rays. So for instance, Archangel Michael, his ray is known to be blue. It's a blue ray, which is why people, and sometimes it can be purple, but mostly it's blue, which is why people associate Archangel Michael with a blue colour. And we say that his sword is blue, his shield is blue, and it has a blue auric bubble. Because the ray basically is the, I might struggle to get my words out now, is the channel, the vibration that they're working with. It has a colour attached to their vibration.
Right.
And it comes from different rays. So Archangel Michael is associated with the blue ray of healing. So Archangel Raphael is associated with a green ray of healing. So usually an emerald green. So the reason why I want to mention this now is because many people receive messages from the angels in colours. Because whenever we've gone into a meditation about an angel, people say, oh, I received purple or pink, and don't dismiss it, because it basically means that angel is the angel who is working with you at this time. So the archangels come into your life at different, whenever you need one, it's like they've got different things that they do. Do you understand what I'm trying to say there, Amy?
Yeah, they've got different frequencies that are expressed in different ways.
To put it in a more childlike way, is the different jobs that they do have a different colour.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And whatever aspect of your life is in need of help, that's when the archangels are there to help you. But it's not just about archangels. There are thousands of archangels, millions probably, that we don't know the name of. But they all work in, like all the healing angels would be under the green ray and so on. So I don't want to lose my train of thought. It's very easy today because I've literally been talking all day long. So focus, yeah. So I only discovered actually in the last week or so, because I know I work with Archangel Raphael and always have. Archangel Raphael seems to be with me constantly, because obviously the work that I'm doing, Angelic Reiki, is healing, even though it's channeled with Metatron. It is Archangel Raphael. But also when I'm doing mediumship, I'm working with Raphael. But I only found out in the last week or so, that actually I'm working with Archangel Azrael. So this blew me away, to be honest. But it made so much sense as well, because Archangel Azrael, by the way, has a bit of a bad name. And it's so unfair, because he's not anything like that. I think it's like a misconception, isn't it? I don't know where it's come from, but he is the angel of comfort. He's the angel of comforting. So, but he has a very special assignment, and that is to help our spirits when we pass away to reach heaven, if you like. He oversees that. So people have known him as the Grim Reaper, and he isn't anything like the Grim Reaper. So I was thinking, the poor angels received a very bad name somewhere along the lines, but seeing Archangel Azrael is amazing. For anybody who's grieving, Archangel Azrael is there. He does assist a dying person, to assist their soul to heaven. It doesn't take them away. He assists them into the spirit world. But I understand now why he works with me. He's there because I am a medium, and that's what I'm doing. I am the bridge between spirits from the spirit world to earth. So it makes sense that he would want to be there, because what I'm doing with the mediumship and the sitting part, especially bringing spirits forward, is bringing comfort to many. So I realised that Archangel Azrael is actually working with me. So I was quite astonished. I don't know why I hadn't thought of it before. It seems to me that the things that are blatantly obvious to me take a long time to actually sink into the head. But yeah, so that's my angel messages for this week that I've received from my guardian angels and from the angels in general. But we said that we would like to hear if anybody else has received messages. So Spirit and Angels, we went through this with the lovely Deborah today, they talk to you all the time and always have been talking to you. So the talking, when you receive an idea in your head, it isn't usually your idea. It's usually put into your head because that's what you're supposed to be doing anyway. So for instance, I wake up today and I just think, oh, you know what? I really fancy going into nursing. No, you haven't thought of that. You're supposed to be a nurse. They're putting it there. That thought has only been put into your head because that's probably the end result.
But the thing is just about this as well, because, some of you are probably like, I don't hear my angels, I never hear my angels. The thing is, you have to start affirming that my angels speak to me all the time and that I'm open and available to hear their messages, because you can be closed in your energy when you're affirming that story to yourself. You have to be like, it's easy for me to hear my angels. I always hear my angels all the time. I'm so grateful that my angels always speak to me. Isn't it wonderful that my angels talk to me every day and that I can easily translate their messages, right? So you've got to have more of that energy around it, and then like what you focus on, you will draw that to you. So when you do receive something that's a little bit out of the ordinary and you notice that, you just say thank you, angels. And then when you're saying that, you know, it's like you're saying yes to more of that by expressing the frequency of gratitude. So that's what I just want to say as well.
Yeah, that's right. But it's also relevant to start to understand basically that angels are talking to you, and so is spirit, because this is what we went through today, is in so many different ways. It's just we don't always perceive it to be a message. So one of the main ways they will talk to you is through synchronicities and through other people, so much as the television or your phone or the telephone, you heard me, telephone. When I say phone, I meant the social media, that aspect.
Oh, right, yeah.
When I say telephone, I mean like speaking to somebody on the phone. So the angels will speak through other people and send you messages that way. So it will appear as a synchronicity. So somebody will have said things 3 times, but I realised and recognised several years ago that the television talks to me. This is incredible. It actually speaks to me. And the trick is, I might be talking to somebody and something on the television says something, the same thing at exactly the same time as me. So I'm like, what? But it doesn't always happen. Well, usually happens, guess how many times? It usually happens 3 times.
Yeah, but like the angel, because I've had that with the radio and things like that, like in my old workplace, where I've been like, are you having a laugh? Literally, like I thought something and the radio has answered it.
Yeah.
Like,
that's it.
Don't date that person. You know what I mean? I've literally had that before where, oh my God, like I was thinking about dating this guy, right? And like, on the radio it like literally said, don't date such and such, and I was like, stop it. So it's like, it can be so, like, they can speak to you so directly when you're like available in your energy and in your frequency to receiving messages from them. And also I just want to say, like, the angels and spirit, they actually find it really easy. Like we've talked about in a past live stream, if you want to watch our past live streams, we've got quite a few now on my YouTube channel, Activation Amy. They're all like on there, but there was one called How the Angels Speak to Us Through Light and Sound. And, you know, they can like manipulate time and space basically and very easily speak to us through electronic devices. So like through the telly, through the frequency of the radio and things like that. And it's all like, you know, in the Dolores Cannon books, if you like look at any of that stuff, it's all like matching up, like they're creating a parallel reality where, you know, it is basically a match for you to be in that moment at that particular time to receive that message.
I just read Jeanette's where she said, it's so weird, like I'm being watched.
Oh, yeah.
Of course you are. You have an entourage working with you.
I mean, there is AI as well, but like, let's not go there. Yeah. But like also, but definitely with things like, you know, like spiritual things where you wanting guidance and things like that, like definitely like they speak to us through, you know, electronic. Anyway, sorry, Mummy, you was in flow then. For a moment.
Don't spoil my flow.
Yeah.
Because you may not get it back.
So she said, so Jeanette said, yes, that can happen to me. I'm on social media and then that same thing pops up on TV. And it's so weird, like I am being watched.
Yeah. But the truth is you are being watched.
We actually are though.
Your guides, your guardian angels watching you every time, every minute of the day. Spirit are watching you. So there's a lot of, but they're not just watching you because it's like, out of interest. They're helping you. They are literally helping you every single step of the way. You are never alone, ever. But we need not, you know, need not to be afraid. So I was going to, talk about time for a minute now. This is a subject that many people like us to talk about. Is how does this time thing work? What is parallel universe, a parallel life? What is this all about? So we need to understand that when we fall asleep, Our body's resting, but our spirit isn't. So we're going off to receive some messages elsewhere, to be with our families in spirit, because we are spirit and we have that ability to travel. So we need to understand that that's what's happening. We're not just fast asleep. Our spirit is doing other things, and our spirit knows, it recognises what's going on, but we can't, even when we wake up, we can't remember any of it, which is a bit annoying really. But the point is that our higher selves, we work with our higher selves, so that's like your true. Jump in at any time, Amy, if I'm getting this wrong, but you feel...
You're not getting it wrong. Like, you've got your perspective and I've got my perspective, so I want you to say your perspective, and then I'll tell you my perspective from a quantum way.
So our higher self is the true essence of us, which is in spirit, which knows all about us, knows everything we're going to experience and everything that we've experienced in the past. So our higher selves are us. We are them as well, but we are experiencing lots of different lives all at the one time. It's when we talk about past lives, we think, 100 years ago, because we can't understand that this might be happening at the same time, which it actually is. And what's odd now is quantum physics are beginning to catch up with what spiritualists have known for a very long time. So all these lives are happening at the same time. But our higher self can jump in and watch each and every lifetime pan out, and knowing that if you have a specific spiritual purpose, every lifetime has a spiritual purpose of learning and achieving certain things, but there are certain lifetimes, like I think that my lifetime now, because I'm more spiritually aware, where I have a set spiritual purpose. So my higher self is jumping in at certain times to make sure that I am on the right path, that everything is working and I am heading towards what I'm supposed to head towards. I forgot where I'm going. Yeah, timeline. So when we're thinking of time not being real, one thing that we discussed today, and we discussed it with Debs, is deja vu. So what is that? Everybody's experienced it. It's really, really weird. That's the feeling that you've just done something, or you've done this many times, or something weird has just happened. So I tried to explain it the best that I could, which for me, our spirits were taken out of our bodies, and this happens during any point in the day. It's not just night time, but we don't know, because in a split, even a millisecond, I can't even put it into time, we're back in. So people have experienced this, like out of body all of a sudden, or feeling weird all of a sudden and coming back. So deja vu is when you suddenly have been brought back into your body, but for some reason, some overlap of time has happened and we didn't quite get it right. So we're like, we got in too early, so we feel, but we saw what was about to happen in spirit and we tried to aim for it and we missed it. That's my interpretation of it, is something did definitely happen, because everybody's freaked out by it and everybody knows that this is weird and something happens, but we can't really explain it. So it's my
Can I tell my deja vu story then? My parallel reality story. And I don't know if it's the same, but I'll tell you how it feels to me. Like, it feels for me like an all-knowingness. Like, I had a moment when I was in Cyprus, went to Cyprus recently, and I can't say really I had the best time, but like there was a moment where I was on the beach and I could just feel, I knew that I'd been there before, and it was like Aphrodite's nature reserve or something like that. And anyway, I just had this moment where I was walking down onto the beach where I just felt so connected to everything, and I absolutely knew that I'd been there like before, like, and I just heard my angel saying like everything is in alignment, this is exactly where you're meant to be, you know, like, and just had loads of messages in that moment. Now other times when I've had it in my life, hopefully you can still see here, that's the deja vu kicking in. So when I was a kid and I was like I remember waiting for the metro blink, and I could see into a future timeline where I was working in this, and the colour blue was everywhere, and I was in this